with it being week 13 of the semester, we are clearly kind of winding down the content focus for this class so that we can get into one final applied project, and that's your final project. So this week, we're wrapping up this idea of presenting information visually, and we're really focusing on the influence of the medium. This is a topic that came out of last week's discussion, which is appropriate timing and really kind of shows the flow of this class. But that is, what's the difference between designing for the web and designing for paper and print? And how does that influence what tools you choose and how the message is received? Some of you may have made comments last week to that effect about depending on how it is presented online, you may just check out. But the same thing happens for print. Think about this when you're in a class or if you're in a seminar and you're handed some sort of paper or handout from that presentation, and if it's not designed well, you don't really want to pay attention to it unless you just absolutely have to. So that's what we're talking about this week. You are going to take a closer look at the animated infographic that I shared in a discussion wrap-up previously, and then we are reading 2 pretty quick chapters this week. The discussion is more focused on comparing 2 different versions, or not necessarily two different versions, but when you look at the discussion prompt, it's how many times have you seen a print-based flyer or piece of information, even the back of your soda can. It refers you to a website. So then what information is presented on the website and how does that differ based off of the medium? So it kind of extends that digital storytelling from last week and takes it in a new direction. So let's take a look at the wrap-up and expectations of this week. Use the on-screen navigation to access another section of this week's overview.